What's going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 29 of the Bristol Rovers Career Mode series. And in this episode we're going into our first game against Rotherham United, which I'm going to sim because I didn't really feel like playing against James Hansen, and I thought it might be best to sim this so that we can get a few more important games into this episode, because I'm pretty sure that Rotherham are near the bottom of the table. They haven't done so well recently, but you can see there on the latest scores, Barnsley is absolutely annihilating Gillingham. I think that is there 3-0, and luckily Ryan Brunt does manage to score in the 71st minute in the second half, but Hughes does get injured and he'll be out for 9 days, which is kind of annoying in a way, but I guess that gives some time to Frank Doyle, because I like to switch them two around, our two youth players that we've currently got at the club at the moment. But I currently can't afford to send another scout out, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to possibly request some funds a little bit later on, and I'll have to do that later on in the season so I can get the scouts out. But you can see here, this is the squad report. Joe Widdowson's up to 65 overall. He's doing incredible. I really do love him on that left back position. And if you didn't see from the transition, Robert Lainton hasn't grown at all, only in physical stats. That's what I've really noticed about goalkeepers. They only really grow in physical stats, and they don't really grow that much unless you play them consistently, and I mean every single game that you possibly can, unless they're suspended or whatever. But Ellis Harrison's doing well as well. He's got 90 sprint speed now, which kind of looks a little bit better on his physical stats on his card, and I've got a few other players here that aren't really happy. Of course, they're in the reserves, so they're not going to be that happy. Some of them are content, but some of them are unhappy, such as Matt Gill, but he is retiring at the end of the season and he's just not doing too well. David Clarkson, of course, is injured and he'll be out for another 2.5 months, which is not really a big blow at all because he is a useless player, and it's as simple as that. He's scored the odd goal for me, and the thing is, he's just injury prone. That's the only problem that I have with him. Otherwise, he's a pretty quality all-round player. But we're going into this game against Shrewsbury Town, I think it is, and they are about 18th position at the moment, so they're not doing brilliantly this season. They haven't got off to the best of starts. They're 18th. They may get relegated. I know that Cheltenham Town and also Chesterfield are in the relegation zone as well currently, and Shrewsbury are down there in 18th position, so they've got the chance of getting relegated. Of course, that's not what they want, and we're currently top with Barnsley, wrestling with Barnsley for that top position, but of course it won't come just yet until we can get some good goal difference. And we start things off very nicely here. John Joe O'Toole picking up the ball, passing it off to Ryan Brunt. He has a shot very early on in the game in the 12th minute, but the goalkeeper managed to save that very, very well. That probably would have been 1-0 otherwise if I maybe had cut inside or something, or did something better with that. But I did try to go near post and it didn't quite work out. And from the rebound, Reed passes it off to Matt Gill, goes for a shot, and that is only just a whisker wide of the post. That would have been a really, really good goal for Matt Gill to get and boost his confidence, because he hasn't been in the best of form recently, so his morale's not that great either because of his form. And you can see here, lovely 1-2 play from Matt Clayton, and also I think that was John Joe O'Toole, but unfortunately the header's saved by the goalkeeper and we couldn't get the rebound, which was a bit unfortunate. But the defence, surprisingly, from Shrewsbury Town was very, very good. And it wasn't until the 48th minute here from the goal kick we get some really nice passing play. This is what I've really noticed with this team. If you just pass it around, something's going to come off. And right here, Gould finding a running Durrell Berry, and Durrell Berry does what he does best, crosses it in, and Ryan Brunt, pretty poor cross to be honest. I don't think it meant to fall to Ryan Brunt in that kind of way. I'm pretty sure it meant to go all the way across to Ryan Brunt's head, but that was a very clever cross and a very clever kind of pulling back, making sure he wasn't offside. And it does take a deflection off the goalkeeper, but it does go into the back of the net with his right foot, his stronger foot. Really good goal from Ryan Brunt there, and that is really what I did need, because Shrewsbury Town, despite the fact that they were 18th position, they were really putting a lot of pressure on me. And right here, they had a very good chance to score from a mistake. I'm pretty sure that was from Tom Parks there, which is quite rare. You don't usually see a defensive error from our defence. And the only time that that's happened was a few episodes ago with Michael Smith. But apart from that, our defence has been pretty solid, and that's something that maybe I need to invest in a little bit more, a backup centre-back, just in case one of our centre-backs do get injured. But for now, it is okay, and Robert Lainton there, making another crucial save there. Although it wasn't the most powerful of shots, it did kind of catch him out. And in the 69th minute here, we had a very good chance. John Joe O'Toole finding an open Ryan Brunt, Max Clayton, but unfortunately, he couldn't quite finish it off because he was offside. But I don't think it would have been a goal anyway, regardless if he was onside or offside. And right here, I get absolutely done by the defender. Dumbfounded completely. He cuts inside. Really good agility there and ball control. Didn't expect that to happen. Passes it off to the striker, and it's a really good first-time finish from him. Really disappointing though, because that was one of Shrewsbury Town's first shots on target, but it does mean that they do claw themselves out of the relegation zone. So for them it was good, but for us we should have played a lot better in that game, that's for sure. 7 shots and 6 on target. We deserved to get at least 2 goals in that game for sure. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. That's just how it goes, especially in this division. And, of course, we're going into this next game against Charlton Athletic in the J Paint Trophy. And I want to take this time to thank you guys, really, for the support that you've been giving me on these episodes recently. Smashing 40 likes per episode. If we can carry on doing that, that would be absolutely amazing. Because I know you guys do enjoy these episodes of Career Mode, and I'm going to carry on bringing them out daily. I may do double uploads in a couple of weeks' time, but right now I just don't have the time to do it. Maybe at the weekends I might do double uploads. If that does interest you, then leave it down in the comment section below. Of course, you'd have to hit a target. I would say, for example, 40 likes. And I'd upload a second episode of Career Mode in that day. But if you are enjoying this series, then please be sure to hit the like button, because it really does help me out. And it's great to see you guys supporting my videos so much. It really does make me happy. And 40 plus likes on each episode would just be incredible. I know my sub count has shot up over the past couple of days. And yeah, that is probably partly the reason for it, because you guys really do enjoy this Career Mode. But you can see here we're going into this game, and already in the 4th minute we scored a goal. I mean, we almost missed the rebound there. Ryan Brunt with a fantastic header and a great save, and Emil Sinclair taking one of the shittest touches I've seen in my life, but luckily he does manage to finish it off. That was a really poor touch. He could have missed that, but luckily he does put a lot of power on it. So even if the goalkeeper would have got there, I'm pretty sure it would have gone into the back of the net anyway. But Charlton Athletic, being Charlton, I'm pretty sure they're in the Championship at the moment, and they were putting a lot of pressure on. Another great save from Lainton there. He's been playing very, very well in this episode. Although we got a draw in the last episode, he did play very, very well, and did make quite a few good saves for sure. And in this episode, or in this game as well, he did make a few good saves. But Sinclair going for a shot there after the throw-in was taken from Ellis Harrison, but it just goes over the bar, doesn't dip quite enough. Otherwise, the goalkeeper would have been in big trouble there. That would have been a fantastic goal to score. And the goalkeeper was almost caught out there. He was off his line. Wasn't sure really what was going on. But from, well, in the 35th minute here, a cross that was pretty poor and didn't really get to anyone. But Smith picks up the rebound, crosses it back into Ryan Brunt. And unfortunately, the chip header can't quite go into the back of the net. What a goal that would have been if he would have scored that chip header. That would have been absolutely incredible. Really good cross from Michael Smith there. Really, really good cross indeed. And unfortunately, the finish just wasn't quite there. But once again, Ryan Brunt finding Joe Widdowson. He crosses it in on the first time cross. And of course, it's John Joe O'Toole, one of the tallest players in our team, getting a header from midfield. Really, really good goal from him in the 40th minute and the 40th second. That's pretty interesting to see that there. And we do make it 2-0. Really good first time cross from Joe Widdowson. Enjoying him as a fullback. He's one of my favourite fullbacks alongside Michael Smith. I'm not playing Durrell Berry as much as I was last season, because I'm not pestered with injuries at the fullback position like I was last year with Lee Brown. And of course I do have Extrebia, I think his name is pronounced. But I just don't like him as a player. It's as simple as that. He's going to be on the reserves until he can improve just that little bit more. Until he gets to about 60 overall, I really won't be playing him. It's as simple as that, because he's just not good enough. But from kickoff here, we get some nice passing play going on there. Tom Parks finds Ellis Harrison. He crosses it in, and unfortunately the header there was very, very good from Emile Sinclair, but he couldn't finish it off once again, you know. If that was Ryan Brunt in that position, I'm pretty sure he would have done the same thing, to be honest. But he's been a little bit shaky, has Emile Sinclair, with his finishing, that's for sure. And I did expect a little bit better things from him. But nevertheless, Gerard Hughes crosses in the ball here. Lot of curve on that. I think there was a little bit too much curve on that from the youngster. But it was still a good effort, and we could have made it 3-0 there. But lovely passing play. Look at this. Ryan Gould finding Ryan Brunt, somehow barges his way past the defence, just like a few episodes ago, and scores to, well, basically end the game, because they weren't going to come back from 3-0. That did kind of seal the victory there in the 70th minute. Look at this passing play, though. Really, really lovely football. This is the kind of football I do like to play, kind of breaking up the defence. They did go on attacking at 2-0 down, so it was very easy to kind of break open their defence by just doing quick passes, and it really, really did work. And Ryan Brunt gets a final chance here. Ryan Gould finding his mate Ryan Brunt, but unfortunately the finish wasn't there. I probably should have taken it a bit further and finessed it. That might have made it 4-0 and got Ryan Brunt's second goal of this game. That would have been really good to see, but nevertheless, you know, we get a corner from this, from that really, really good chance. The goalkeeper did do very, very well there, but unfortunately nothing came from that, and that is full time, and we do win the game 3-0, an emphatic result against what is a championship side in Charlton Athletic. They're doing very, very well this season, but couldn't quite beat us, and in the end we win 3-0. But guys, if you have enjoyed this episode of Career Mode and want more Career Mode from me, please like and subscribe. It really does help me out, and it really does, well, tell me that you guys do love this series and do love my Career Mode episodes. So if we get 40 likes on this episode, I will upload another episode of Career Mode tomorrow. So 40 likes for another episode of Career Mode tomorrow, and I'll see you next time for another episode. Thanks for watching.